All right, guys, welcome back to the final war of Season 40. We got some familiar favorites and a brand new champion into Alliance War. We got Doc Ock taking on Bishop here on Path 1, Section 1. Here, I'm not too worried about the regens because I'm going to be able to put on the heal block on the parries. Even if he does throw that special one, I am going to try and keep up my parry heavy, even though I lose it there and I have to revamp my charges, but that's okay. We take a tiny little bit of incinerate damage, and then we get on a nice big special 2, and one more heavy will finish him. Next up, we got Magneto on Masochism. Usually I bring an Apocalypse for Masochism, but APOC would not work well as a metal defender against Magneto. We're going to go with Wiccan. I'm going to go ahead, trigger Masochism, then I can go ahead and parry, and I can apply the Neutralize with the light ending combo, then a medium ending combo for the Incinerate, and to pause the Neutralize. Both of those are passive, so they're not going to get eaten up by the Masochism, and if I can keep those on, I could even bait heavy attacks. He's not going to be able to get his Unstoppable. Here, we're just going to stay with the refreshing special ones the entire time. Very safe, very easy fight with Wiccan. Each special one, we get a little bit of healing topped off, and we continue to keep our Neutralize up and just slowly take away on this Magneto. Now, I did speed up the fights ever so slightly for this one because we have another 12 fights for you for the final war. Granted, the opponent was missing a few champions, so I didn't have as many fights on my actual sections, but I still managed to get 12 fights for you between the two accounts. Here we got Spaced Armor. We've got a Man-Thing here. We're going to take this one with Galan. He was not banned for this final war, so no problem here. Don't have to worry about like buffs falling off and Man-Thing getting a ton of Mystic Dispersion. We're just going to go very usual Galan fight. It's going to take 2 harvests to take him out. Just medium light mediums. Very straightforward. Bait that special 1, counter again, go for the heavy into special 1, or actually this one is a special 2, and goodbye Man-Thing. Next up, we didn't even have a node 20 mini to do, so we go straight to the node 24. We got Galan against Infamous Iron Man. If you've been watching the channel this season, we've done this fight a few times already before, with or without Galan, but Galan is very, very easy. The only thing I need to be aware of is even though he's a global attacker and I can put on those neutralizes, there's a good chance that he gets his regen at the end of the fight if I don't completely nuke him. I tried to play a bit longer, hoping I'd be able to nuke him, but it's not going to be enough, and I'm going to have to go for another harvest. And I just have to be careful. He does get a regen. When he gets his regen, he is going to be unblockable. So there he goes. He gets the regen without a neutralize on. So he does get the regen. He goes unblockable for a little bit, but that's fine. We can play around it. Nice evade on his special one. I tried to counter his heavy there. The resist kicked in for him. Very lucky. I do get clipped a little bit there but for a second, but it's okay. I think this is the last fight I need Galan for, so it doesn't really matter. There he goes. Throw the heavy, counter with my own heavy, special 2. Goodbye, Infamous Iron Man. All right. Now we have, like usual, we have the Nebula portion of the war. We've got the Sloped Armor Thorns Colossus here. We're going to do our usual hold block, build up to 20 charges, get to 2 bars of power, then parry into special 2, get 40 shocks, and nuke him. That is the name of the game, and that's what we're going to do. Same thing as always. Nebula. The rank up on the second account so that I have Nebulas on both was very much worthwhile. Previous seasons, I was always trying to figure out other alternatives. Getting Nebula on both accounts ranked up paid huge dividends for this season. So there we go. We got the special 2. We got ready. We got the 20 shocks. Boom. parry, special 2, 40 shocks. Look at him melt. Goodbye, Colossus. We are going to do the exact same thing against Warlock. We just did Warlock on that Colossus node. On node, I think it's 32. Now it's this one's node 42, I believe. And we're going to do the exact same thing as we did before. He is a robot, so we're going to be able to shut him down as well once we get over 5 charges. Now, I don't, on this node, hitting actually with the armor up is actually going to give me shocks. So I don't have to go for this special 2 method, but I still like it. It's not going to be perfect because he is going to have his the infection on me. But there we go. We do get 30. Oh, it doesn't get to 30. We get 20 shocks on him. We get about 2/3 of the way down. Now we're just going to go ahead with some like just regular parries, put some more shocks on him. It's okay. So here I decide, okay, I'm getting some shocks. Let me just back up, try and grab a few more, and then I can, again, put some shocks on him, go for the special 2, get up to 9, another parry to 14. It doesn't matter. We just kind of play around it, and we take him out, no problem. Here, we're back on path 1. Black Cat's not coming in just yet, but we're going to go with Doc Ock for this buffet. Reinvigorated, unblockable, Mr. Fantastic. Not the cleanest fight, I can tell you that. I kind of got lost in my, like, I need to just parry heavy the entire time. Sometimes when you're playing questing, I can fit in a hit before the parry, and I forget about that. I also, there is a chance that if I go for combos, he's going to get the evades. So I just got to remember, just stick with the parry heavies. And I think that's not the first mistake I make in this one, but parry heavies, that's the name of the game for this one with Doc Ock. I should have just stayed with it. Even that special 2, not too bad. But again, for whatever reason, I tried to move out of the way of that unblockable special 1, but got clipped by it. Yay. But I'll let him throw those special ones. It just gives me some willpower healing from the debuffs he puts on me. They're not damaging, so it's okay. The only thing I didn't realize also is I threw another special 2, which put that permanent special 2 suppression on me, which is kind of annoying for my later fight, but we don't end up needing it, so it's okay. But again, now we're just back into our rotation. Let him throw that special 2, no problem. Everything is just going to be parry heavies. Parry heavy, that's all we need to do. And we will take him out, put those heal blocks on. There, we back off this time on the special 1. There, parry doesn't stick, gets an evade. It doesn't matter, we're just going back into our parry heavy game. That's all we need to do. And we have a special 3 to finish the fight. So not the cleanest one, but again, very safe for me with Doc Ock here. Next up is a thing on node 46 that I usually take with Apocalypse with boosts and try and nuke him down. This has strike counter, block penetration, never back down. We are going to go in with Black Cat. Black Cat is amazing for Thing, and you're going to see why. I am going to let him throw that heavy, counter with my heavy, try and get a few of those calling cards up. Again, I'm going to do the same move again. It moves the calling card back and forth from me to Thing, so I get a few of those charges. Now, I go for the special 1, and then I'm just trying to get these calling cards up. Another counter there. Move it back and forth as many times as I can. And you can see here, he is not getting a lot of rock stacks. Black Cat is amazing against Thing. You are not going to be triggering a lot of rock stacks. Actually, when you trigger the bleeds, you're going to be removing them. So here, I realize I got to go to special 2. And when I go to special 2, look at the damage. It's going to be huge. Yes, he has a lot of block penetration, but we're just going to try and bait specials, even if that means giving him some regen from the never back down. But we are just going to absolutely out damage this guy. We're going to go up to a special 2 again, because that is where I'm getting the huge damage. So there is some block penetration that's happening, but it doesn't matter. We go for another massive special 2. Look at the damage on it. Don't have to worry about the rock stacks. Unfortunately, I trigger another regen, but that's okay. And now we just got to finish this one off. Just baiting specials. It just feels like a regular fight, just he's got a lot of block penetration. Got to be really careful about that, but it's okay. Black Cat, an absolute thing destroyer. One more special 2, and that's all she wrote. Massive win there for Black Cat. Really enjoyed that fight. Next up is Wiccan on, I think this is note 48. So Wiccan against Hulkling. We've done this one before. Very, very straightforward fight. We're going to go ahead, go with the light ender, then followed by a medium ender, and go back to a light with the special 1. Keep that neutralize up. All the buffs that Hulkling normally tries to get are all get converted into incinerates instead, and he is just going to melt. He is a beefy boy here, but we are just going to watch him melt the entire time. There are a couple times, like right now, where my neutralize does fall off, so we quickly go and get the neutralize back on. Again, I did have the falter on me for a second, so I just backed off. Go ahead, reapply it, extend it with the special 1. Let him throw another special 2 here. There we go for the medium ender, special 1. Goodbye, Hulkling. Next up, I told you we're going to fit in some more fights. We got Penny Parker, which you would think would be Galan, but no, this one is on Recovery, Safeguard, Indomitable, Vigorous Assault. The main one is the Safeguard. You can't do more than 1% unless you bring in Magneto. And I'm going to back off at the beginning of the fight, make sure the magnetism is on, and now I can just parry heavy, play this one like I normally do against Penny. If I do trigger a flourish charge, I'll hit into the block. I am going to hit into the block anyway, just to try and remove the sync shield before I drop a big old special 3. But you can see here I am bypassing the damage cap with those heavy attacks, putting like 10k per heavy, like or on the crits, the 7 crit with the 3 direct damage. So I'm getting like at least 3k direct damage plus whatever it hits for on every single one. There, if there's a flourish charge, again, like I said, I'm just going to back off, let him turtle up, or let her turtle up, go ahead, hit into the block, remove the sync shield, and now we can finish going all the way up to special 3. Try and get as many prowess as we can. Make sure we don't get, power burnt at all. So here we go. Let her throw that special 2. Charge up to like 40 prowess, and let's see how much damage we can do. Yeah, it bypasses the damage cap, and the bleeds are going to finish it for us. Perfect fight with Magneto. And the last couple wars, we've been doing Magneto against Scorpion. So on note 55 again, this is Hard Not Life, and it's got Limber. But again, Magneto's magnetism is basically going to shut it down. Limber does not normally last nearly as long as it does in this fight. You can just see me going ahead, parry heavy, parry hit the entire time, and I'm really not too worried about it. It does get like it speeds up to a point, but then it kind of stops. So I can continue to get in my parry heavies the entire time, always with Magneto against #MetalChampions. There, I had to wait out that special 2, so I go in for a quick parry 1 hit just to remove the brute force damage. You can see I'm not getting the Hard Knock Life on me, which is really, really good. We go for the special 3, and we try to melt down Scorpion. Really nice, down to 30%. We got 18 bleeds on, nice clean evade on that special 1. Pretty evade the end of it again, and goodbye Scorpion. Last but not least, our favorite fight, as always, Doc Ock against Magog with the extra power gain and the unblockable special 2. And I go back to what I used to do a few seasons ago, because I know that I have the suppression on me for the special 2, so I was thinking, okay, maybe I shouldn't use the special 2. It's not going to do as much damage. I'm going to go to my old school way of doing this fight, which is I go up to a special 3 with the heavies, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to go for a special 3 with the power lock on here. The power lock is now going to be the extended power lock duration, which is going to give me more than enough time to build up to special 1s, and I can just keep refreshing that infinite power lock with the special 1s. There, I threw on that invul boost just in case I get clapped in the face by Magog, which I did, But now we go back into our safe play here. We're just going to keep spamming special 1, infinite power lock the entire time. He's gaining power. I'm siphoning it back with my awakened ability. So it's very easy for me to keep getting special 1s over and over again. I could go for like a second combo if I really want to and build up to special 2s, but I'm just going to keep refreshing with the special 1, no problem. Goodbye, Magog. Hope you enjoyed this season, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.